Welcome back to the channel where we explore the most shocking scandals and hidden stories behind reality TV. Today we are talking about a story that surprised many fans of 90 Day Fiancé. It is a story full of secrets, romance, and drama. It involves Colt Johnson, one of the most controversial stars from the show. Many fans thought they knew everything about Colt Johnson. Over the years, they watched his relationships rise and fall on television. They saw heartbreak, arguments, and many dramatic moments. But what no one realized was that away from the cameras, Colt had been hiding a secret relationship. For almost a year, Colt had been quietly involved with a woman named Emma. Emma is a young woman from Australia. She is confident, beautiful, and very different from the women fans had seen Colt date in the past. Their relationship didn't begin on television. It didn't appear on social media either. Instead, it grew slowly and privately, far away from the public eye. From the beginning, Colt made a decision. He wanted to protect Emma from the chaos that usually surrounded his personal life. Being a reality TV star meant constant attention. Fans followed his every move. Critics judged every relationship. The media often turned his love life into entertainment. Colt didn't want Emma to experience that pressure. He believed that if their relationship became public too soon, it could be destroyed before it had a chance to grow. So the two of them agreed on something unusual. They would keep their relationship completely secret. Keeping such a secret wasn't easy. Colt was recognized almost everywhere he went. Airports, restaurants, and even casual walks around Las Vegas often brought fans who wanted photos or autographs. Because of this, Colt and Emma had to be extremely careful. Instead of meeting in public places, they often chose five-star hotels. These hotels became their private escape from the outside world. Colt sometimes booked rooms under different names so that no one would recognize him. They would enter through back doors or quiet side entrances to avoid attention. Inside those hotel rooms, their life was completely different from Colt's public image. There were no cameras. There were no producers telling them what to say. There were no fans watching every moment. It was just Colt and Emma. They talked for hours. They laughed together. They shared stories about their lives and dreams. Sometimes they stayed up late watching movies. Sometimes Emma cooked small meals in the hotel kitchenette while Colt joked and helped her. These quiet moments meant everything to them. Friends close to Colt slowly began noticing changes in him. He seemed happier than usual. He was more focused and calmer. At the same time, he became much more private about his personal life. When people asked if he was dating someone, Colt would give vague answers. He avoided direct questions and quickly changed the subject. He never mentioned Emma's name. Emma also kept the secret carefully. Back in Australia, she continued living her normal life. On social media, she shared regular photos, but nothing that connected her to Colt. She avoided posting anything that might reveal her trips to the United States. For a while, their plan worked perfectly. But secrets rarely stay hidden forever. Slowly, rumors began to appear online. Some fans claimed they had seen Colt with an unknown woman in Los Angeles. Others noticed that he was traveling more often than before. There were whispers in fan forums and gossip pages. People began asking questions. Was Colt seeing someone new? Who was the mystery woman? Still, no one had real proof. The rumors remained just rumors. Colt and Emma continued to stay hidden from the spotlight. What made their relationship so interesting was the difference between Colt's public image and his private reality. On television, he often appeared awkward and unlucky in love. His relationships usually ended in arguments and heartbreak. But in private, things were different. With Emma, Colt seemed calm and committed. He wanted to protect their relationship and keep it safe from outside pressure. For him, Emma was not just another relationship. She was someone special. Month after month, their connection became stronger. Every secret meeting added another layer to their relationship. Every late-night conversation helped them understand each other better. Emma brought something new into Colt's life. She brought excitement and adventure. Colt, in return, offered her loyalty and attention. Together, they created a relationship that felt real and meaningful, even if the rest of the world didn't know it existed. Their love story continued quietly in the shadows, but secrecy required constant effort. Colt knew from experience how harsh the public could be. His previous relationships had been judged by thousands of viewers. Fans analyzed every argument and every mistake. He didn't want that happening again. That is why the five-star hotels became their safe spaces. Colt often booked luxury suites under different names. Sometimes he even used the names of friends so that hotel staff wouldn't connect the reservation to him. Emma's visits to the United States were carefully planned. She told people she was traveling for vacations or personal trips. No one suspected she was visiting Colt. Inside those hotel rooms, the couple lived a quiet life together. They talked about the future. They joked about the strange path that had brought them together. They dreamed about what their life could become someday. Emma especially loved the peaceful moments. She enjoyed cooking simple snacks for Colt late at night. Sometimes they stayed awake until morning just talking about their hopes and plans. But living in secrecy also created stress. Every time Colt walked through a hotel lobby, there was a chance someone might recognize him. Every time Emma boarded a plane, she worried someone would notice her frequent trips. They became very good at hiding their movements. Colt sometimes posted misleading updates on social media. He would make it seem like he was still in Las Vegas when he was actually traveling somewhere else. Emma sometimes posted photos that had been taken weeks earlier. This made it appear as if she was still in Australia when she had already arrived in the United States. The secrecy added excitement to their romance. Each meeting felt special, almost forbidden. Every hug and every kiss carried a sense of risk. Instead of weakening their relationship, the secrecy seemed to make it stronger. They felt like they were protecting something valuable together. Still, small problems began to appear. Friends noticed that Colt sometimes disappeared for several days without explanation. Emma's family wondered why she was traveling so often. Online, the rumors continued growing. Fans began posting theories in discussion groups. Some believed Colt was secretly dating someone new. Others claimed they had seen him with a mystery woman at expensive hotels. But without photographs or confirmation, the rumors remained uncertain. For Colt, keeping the secret was becoming exhausting, but he believed it was necessary. He wanted their relationship to grow stronger before the public discovered the truth. He hoped that by the time people found out about Emma, their bond would already be strong enough to survive the attention and criticism. So their hidden romance continued. Behind closed doors, their relationship grew deeper. Every private meeting added another chapter to their story. They were building a life together quietly, away from the cameras and the headlines. But no secret stays hidden forever. Soon, a revelation would arrive that would change everything. After months of silence and secrecy, something happened that could not be hidden any longer. A piece of news so shocking, so unexpected, that it would force Colt and Emma's secret into the spotlight. And once that truth came out, nothing in their lives would ever be the same again. Emma was pregnant, and not just with one child, but with twins. The discovery brought both joy and fear. For Emma, the pregnancy felt like a miracle. She had always dreamed of becoming a mother, and now that dream was coming true with Colt. But the situation was far from normal. She was not just expecting children. She was expecting them with one of reality TV's most controversial personalities. Colt's reaction was filled with mixed emotions. Part of him felt excited. The idea of becoming a father gave him a sense of purpose he had not felt for a long time. At the same time, he was afraid. He understood that once the news became public, the reaction would be intense. Fans, critics, and tabloids would all focus on the story. Every detail of Emma's pregnancy would be watched and judged. At the beginning, they tried to keep the pregnancy a secret. Emma stopped posting recent photos online so people would not notice the changes in her body. Colt became more private as well. When friends or family asked questions, he avoided giving clear answers. But secrets can become heavy, and this one became harder to carry with every passing week. Behind closed doors, they started preparing quietly for the future. Colt spent hours searching for baby names and reading about fatherhood. Emma began thinking about how she would manage motherhood, while living with the attention that followed Colt everywhere. They talked late at night about their future, discussing nurseries, schools, and the kind of parents they wanted to be. These moments brought them closer together. They were no longer just a couple hiding their relationship. They were two people building a family. Still, the truth could not stay hidden forever. Emma's pregnancy continued to progress, and soon it became harder to hide. Pressure started coming from many directions. Friends began to notice strange changes. Hotel staff who had seen the couple together started whispering. Fans online began putting small clues together. Some people noticed Emma appearing in the same cities Colt visited. Others noticed her absence from social media. The situation reached a breaking point when Emma shared the secret with a close friend in Australia. The friend was shocked by the news and eventually told someone else. Within a few days, rumors about Emma's pregnancy started spreading through fan forums. People shared screenshots, guesses, and supposed insider information. The story began to spread across the internet, even though Colt and Emma had not confirmed anything. Realizing that the truth could not stay hidden much longer, Colt and Emma made an important decision. They would tell the public themselves. It was not only about controlling the story. It was also about accepting the reality of their lives. They were going to be parents, and they wanted to celebrate that instead of hiding it. When the news finally became public, the reaction was immediate. Fans were shocked. Some people congratulated Colt and wished the couple happiness. They believed he had finally found love and a new beginning. Others were more skeptical. Some questioned Emma's intentions. Others doubted Colt's ability to handle fatherhood. Tabloids quickly turned the story into headlines. Magazines and websites ran stories about Colt Johnson expecting twins with a secret partner. The news spread quickly across social media platforms and gossip blogs. For Colt and Emma, the announcement marked a turning point. Their relationship was no longer hidden. They were now standing in the spotlight together. It became a test of their commitment. They had to face criticism, questions, and constant attention while preparing for the biggest responsibility of their lives. The secret that once connected them in private had now become the story that defined their future. The world now knew about Emma, the twins, and the love story that had been hidden for so long. For a long time, secrecy had been exciting for them. It felt thrilling to meet quietly and keep their relationship private. But over time, the secrecy started to feel exhausting. The pressure became too much to carry. The pregnancy rumors had already started spreading, and whispers were turning into headlines. At first, Colt did not want to go public. He had experienced public relationships before, and he knew how harsh the spotlight could be. The internet would create memes. Critics would attack him. People would speculate about every detail of his life. It was something he did not want to repeat. Emma, however, saw things differently. She was carrying twins, and she knew her life was about to change forever. Hiding everything was becoming impossible. She wanted to accept the truth instead of running from it. Pressure continued to build. Friends wanted answers. Family members became suspicious. Even hotel employees who had seen the couple together started sharing rumors. Colt realized that their private world was slowly falling apart. If they did not speak first, someone else would reveal the story for them. One evening, Colt received a message that forced him to face reality. A fan blog claimed to have proof of his relationship with Emma. The blogger said they had photos showing the couple entering a hotel together, along with rumors about Emma's pregnancy. Colt understood that if those photos were published, the story would spread instantly. He had two choices. He could deny everything and hope the rumors faded away, or he could step forward and tell the truth himself. Emma helped him make the final decision. She reminded him that their relationship was not something to hide or feel ashamed of. Yes, people would judge them. Yes, the tabloids would twist their story. But they were building a family, and families deserved honesty. Together, they decided to share the truth with the public. They prepared a simple statement that explained their situation. The message said that they had kept their relationship private for a long time, but now they wanted to share their happiness. It also confirmed that they were expecting twins and were excited about their future together. When the announcement appeared online, it spread quickly. Social media exploded with reactions. Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit filled with comments and discussions. Some fans were happy for Colt. They believed he had found real love. and was ready to become a father. Others remained doubtful. Some people questioned Emma's intentions and suggested the announcement was meant to attract attention. Tabloid websites immediately published articles about the story. Headlines appeared everywhere describing how the reality TV star had revealed his secret relationship and the news about the twins. For Colt and Emma, the reaction felt overwhelming. They had expected criticism, but the amount of attention still surprised them. Emma had lived a quiet life in Australia before this. Suddenly, she was part of an international media story. Colt tried his best to protect her from the harshest parts of the attention. He had already experienced public scrutiny and understood how brutal it could be. Despite all the chaos, there was also a sense of relief. The secret was no longer weighing on them. They no longer had to sneak into hotels or hide their movements. They did not have to create confusing social media posts or tell small lies to protect their relationship. Their love was now out in the open. People had opinions, but Colt and Emma finally felt free. The pressure to reveal the truth had pushed them forward, but it also gave them strength. They were no longer just a hidden romance. They were a couple facing the world together and preparing for the challenges ahead. But the surprises were not over yet. After the pregnancy announcement shocked fans, Colt made another move that created even more attention. Going public about Emma and the twins was not enough for him. He wanted to show the world how serious he was about their relationship. So he revealed an extravagant gift that immediately became the center of online discussion. It was a luxury car worth $700,000. The car was not an ordinary vehicle. It was elegant, rare, and customized with expensive features. Rumors claimed it had been imported from Europe and designed with special details only wealthy collectors could afford. For Emma, the car represented more than transportation. It symbolized Colt's dedication and his desire to give her a comfortable life. When pictures appeared online showing Emma sitting behind the wheel, the internet reacted instantly. Fans were shocked by the price and luxury of the gift. Some people praised Colt. They said the gift showed he was serious about Emma and ready to take responsibility for their future. Others reacted with anger. Critics accused him of showing off his wealth. Some questioned how he could afford such an expensive purchase. The debates continued across social media. Some people wondered if Colt was trying to prove his love with money. Others believed it was simply a grand romantic gesture. Through all the discussion and criticism, Emma remained calm and respectful. Even as the world continued to argue about the meaning behind Colt's dramatic gift, Emma herself remained calm in the middle of the chaos. While the internet argued about the expensive gift, she avoided fueling the drama. She didn't brag about the car or post flashy photos to show it off. Instead, she kept her responses simple and thoughtful. When people asked about the gift, she explained that what mattered most to her was not the price of the car, but the support Colt had shown since the pregnancy. Her quiet attitude surprised many fans. Some people had expected her to embrace the luxury and attention. Instead, Emma appeared focused on preparing for the arrival of the twins. She spent more time talking about motherhood, health, and the future of their family than about expensive gifts. Still, the car continued to dominate conversations online. Social media users shared photos, debated the cost, and tried to uncover every detail about the vehicle. Car enthusiasts attempted to identify the exact model. Gossip blogs published articles analyzing Colt's finances and speculating about whether the purchase was real or simply another headline-grabbing move. For Colt, the reaction was not entirely unexpected. He had lived in the public eye long enough to understand that everything he did would be analyzed. In his mind, the car was never meant to start a debate. It was simply his way of showing Emma that he was committed to their future. Friends close to Colt noticed a change in his behavior during this time. In the past, he had often seemed uncertain in relationships. Now he appeared more focused and determined. Becoming a father seemed to shift his priorities. Instead of worrying about criticism, he began concentrating on building a stable life for Emma and their children. At the same time, Emma's pregnancy continued to progress. Doctor visits became more frequent, and the reality of raising twins started to feel very real. The couple began preparing their home for the arrival of 2 babies. Rooms were redesigned, furniture was purchased, and long conversations about parenting filled their evenings. They discussed everything from feeding schedules to future schooling. Raising one child would have been a major responsibility. Raising two at the same time felt both exciting and overwhelming. But instead of panicking, they treated it as a challenge they would face together. Despite their preparations, the public attention never slowed down. Paparazzi started appearing more often whenever Colt was spotted in public. Cameras followed them outside restaurants and stores. Sometimes the couple would notice strangers trying to take photos secretly with their phones. Emma, who had once lived a quiet life in Australia, had to adjust quickly to this new reality. At first,